Chargers lose in an absolute embarrassing fashion on Monday Night Football. We're here to talk about it here on Charger Syndicate. What is going on, Charger fans, far and wide, coast to coast? How you guys doing? I'm not doing as well as you think. Welcome to Charger Syndicate. Jake Silva here, giving you everything LA Chargers news and so much more. If it is your first time ever up on the channel, guys, I encourage you guys and thank you all for your great supports on the channel. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos. And also, you guys can check me out on AFC West Roundtable every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Roundtable Sports. Well, guys, Chargers end up losing this big-time game on Monday Night Football against the Arizona Cardinals, 17-15. What an absolute embarrassment that this game was from just the start and all the way carrying on to the very end. The Chargers are clearly right now needing help at the wide receiving core. I mean, this is there's no time for the Chargers to really kind of brush this off. I mean, they need to make a move right before the trade deadline honestly ends. So the LA Chargers, what were some of the takeaways that we take on from that game? Well, first and foremost, defense continuing to play great defense and limiting teams to under 20 points. This has really just been the kind of year where the defense continuing to show out. But the only problem of it was they didn't quite shut down the run game as they wish they would have. James Conner had 19 carries, 101 yards on the ground, while Kyler Murray running for 64 yards, gets a rushing touchdown, and then also coming away with a passing touchdown, 14-26, 145 yards, one touchdown, one pick with a rating of 67. This was something that the Chargers defensively, they tried to hold on to the Cardinals as much as they possibly could, but the offense continually shutting the possibilities of even getting a win in this column. And listen, Charger fans left and right, I know a lot of people honestly were thinking about the so-called unnecessary roughness call that was put on the Chargers. I just know how terrible that the call itself was, but I'm not pinning it on just because of the call and just because of the refs. We did not perform better. We absolutely looked like crap, and that was the reality for the Chargers. The best takeaway of it was Justin Herbert only threw for about 39 times, 27 of 39, 349 passing yards, but didn't come away with a touchdown or a pick and a rating of 97. This wide receiving core is just not giving any justice for Justin Herbert. And we know that some pieces of the wide receiving core is young, but at the same time, some of the pieces on the wide receiving core is not as elite as he once had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And it's really starting to show. And especially at a time where just before the trade deadline, you need to make a move on this massively, because if the Chargers do not end up going and getting a wide receiver by the time that the trade deadline comes up, this is going to smell bad news for the Chargers. We know Jim Harbaugh doesn't want to give up on a project that hasn't initially really flourished yet. But in some spurts, you really have to do a justice for Justin Herbert. Otherwise, this is just going to look like the same old Chargers kind of thing that, they may look great up on paper, but then initially they're just not scoring up more than 25 points per game. And that's becoming a really, really bad cause. My big thing is, you guys know exactly how I feel. I have always been keeping my eye on Greg Roman every time and every chance that they get. Now, the pass game did open up, which I am finally happy about. But the only problem of it is we get conservative at the worst points in the game. And that's the part that really ticks me off, is J.K. Dobbins in this game only had 14 carries for 40 yards. The run game looked atrocious against one of the bottom 5-tier defenses in the league in the Arizona Cardinals. And yet all of a sudden, we can't get the run game going. We passed, but yet we can't get a touchdown. We can't even smell the red zone at all, unless if Cameron Dicker's coming away with field goal kicks. And that was the only thing that was the takeaway for the Chargers, is Cameron Dicker 5 for 5 on field goals. What a day that he had, accounting for all 15 of the Chargers' points. This is a game that cannot happen again for the Chargers. And the WTF games in the NFL are, in fact, real. Last year, they did this against the Tennessee Titans, where the Titans are no stranger when it comes to defenses. But when Ryan Tannehill did not look like his best in the first initial couple games, the Chargers ended up losing this type of game to where it was an opportunity for them to come away with the win. And that goes into overtime and they lose, is something that Chargers fans, we know how much WTF games really, really feel. And I felt like this was exactly the game that happened against the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football in prime time, where everybody is watching you. And Justin Herbert's proving a point that, look, I need help. What more could I possibly do? And a lot of people think he's not a top 10 quarterback, which I disagree. He's definitely showing that he is a top 10 quarterback, but this is not how you do justice. You need to help out with the spots and the positions that are clearly lacking. And wide receiver right now is clearly lacking that. I will have a few more videos on multiple wide receivers that the Chargers need to start targeting, but this right now just does not end up looking good at all for the Chargers. And they're moving on to next week against the New Orleans Saints. My hope is that the Chargers learn something from this Monday Night Football game, and that this does not implement all the way through the stretch of the next few games that are coming up in the NFL season. If the Chargers really want to make the playoffs and get that last wild card spot, they need to start making some changes, make some moves, and really shape this team to their best potential. Is the only way that the Chargers could honestly come away and be a serious team in the NFL, and let alone the AFC and the AFC West. Hopefully the Chargers can rebound upon this. That's my biggest hope. Cross your fingers, Chargers fans, that they learned something from this and they could go into next week against the New Orleans Saints and really take care of business from there. Appreciate all of you guys for checking out this video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos. Jake Silva of Charger Syndicate signing off for you guys. Check me out on every Tuesday night on the AFC West Roundtable at Roundtable Sports, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on Tuesdays on the AFC West Roundtable on Roundtable Sports. Appreciate all of you guys for checking out this video. Jake Silva signing off. Stay strong, Bolt fam. We'll get it through together. Let's hope we can get back up on the win column. See you guys soon, and remember to bolt up.